What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night after a 1-week hiatus. I am super excited to be back here live with you guys for Pop Force 1. I see we already got some fantastic people here in the chat. Anna, what's going on? Jacob, aka Funko Sly Wolf, is here. Oh man, we already got 62 people in the house. You guys are fantastic. Wayne is here. Jeff is here. Kelsey is here. What's going on, Kelsey? Patrick is in the house. Shout out to Patrick. I don't know how he does it. I think he is either the first or second comment on almost every single one of our recent videos lately. So thank you so much for the support with that, Patrick. Dave, what is going on? Mark is here. Catfish Billy is in the house. Sheila, Pipsqueak Collectibles. Larry says, hey. Dr. John is here. Steven's in the house as well. Man, we got so many fantastic people. Guys, thank you so much for coming out to our weekly live stream. I got two special guests hanging out in the background. We're going to bring them into the show in just a sec. Corey is here. Evelyn is here. How is everybody's week? We're going to break down everything that's been happening in just a minute. Never Ask is here. Finally figured out the chat. Arthur, Anthony, I'm so excited that you were able to do that. Gloria is here. Jedi John is in the house. Mark, what's going on? Always good to see some new faces here. Guys, if you are a channel member of the Slapshot Pops channel, just guys, keep in mind that you do have that free super chat that you get once a month, and it will highlight how many months you've been a channel member. So feel free to use that super chat. But without further ado, let's bring on our other two guests, Poppin' Duo and Professor Josh.
What's going on,
everyone?
What's going on, guys? How was your week?
Good. I was waiting for those special guests to come on. I don't know who they are.
Yes, so was I. I'm like, oh, he's got special guests tonight? Yes, let's do this.
We're the special guests.
We're the special guests? Well, you just let everybody down.
We're not special? We're just regular guests?
I mean, they got Bree and Shannon last week. So
that's true, yeah.
That's true. I don't think there's much special about us. But
Vince,
either way,
did I need to give you more time for my pops?
No, actually, John, you wrapped it up a little bit quicker than I expected. I thought you were going to go on a little bit more, but no, you're good. You're good. I had one that was a possibility, but I'm pretty positive we have it.
Nice. Gloria says we are special. Well, thank you, Gloria. I appreciate that.
I appreciate
No wives tonight, but the two wives made appearances last week, Dave, if you were here for Pop Force 1. Shannon and Bree were on. So
yeah,
we saw most of last week's Pop Force 1 from our hotel, and they did a great job. It was a very entertaining live stream.
I feel like David already left, so you probably... David's like, no, why? Forget it.
They're not here.
Forget it.
Sorry.
Makes sense. What's up, Mike? Good to see you in the house. The Lost is here. Seth is here. Shooting Star missed the ladies last week. We'll do another round of a ladies stream.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, you can't have them on every week or they'd kill us. So
yeah, no, you gotta.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't. Why would we show up anymore?
Yeah,
they're hard to book.
That's another.
Yeah.
What's up, Matthew?
So tonight is pretty cool because it's actually the 3-year anniversary for myself and Josh. We both dropped our first videos 3 years ago to the day. June 15th, 2020 was the start of both of our channels. So pretty crazy how far
you guys started pretty quick, because we started what, in April?
Something. You were only like a month or two ahead.
Yeah, you're right. I felt like we were
like small. We were like, John and I were like, we got 50 subs. Yes. And Vince was like, I got 3,000. Good luck.
Were we at it? No, I don't even know if we were at we would have been at 1,000, right?
100 or something, 500, something.
Yeah, we were small potatoes. I mean, we're still small potatoes too. So
we're like medium potatoes now. We're just like
medium
bigger, you know.
We're not like the little, like the ones you got to buy in the package. We're almost out of the packages,
like the Wendy's baked potato, like fast food baked potato. We're not fancy steakhouse yet. But
so, Catfish Billy, thank you for that comment. I have 2 more Niagara Falls videos to drop. One will be on Saturday, and then there will be one more at some point. I don't know, maybe next week at some point. So, but thank you guys so much for the support on that. So
let me hope that you dressed up in cosplay for one of those videos.
No cosplay for this con, but maybe next con. But hey, Dave, thank you so much for the super chat. He said happy 3rd anniversary. Actually,
Thanks,
so
Dave.
it's 3 years for all of us now, which is crazy.
So I posted my video today, the link, so you can go check it out if you go on my Instagram. And I actually, I've opened mystery boxes before that, but that was my first YouTube mystery box video, and actually hit a grail on that video.
That's pretty crazy. That was from Monthly Pops, right?
Yeah, I was like thinking, I wonder if we could go back and look at a couple of our videos. Just we should price out the pops that we got and look at their prices now. Like, did any of them skyrocket? Did they go down in value?
I've done that a couple times. I like doing that. I like going back and checking them.
Yeah. I know, Mike. Yeah, I've heard that from a few people. We're just trying something out. If people really don't like it, maybe we'll move the Saturday video back to Friday. But that's what we're doing for the time being. And Laney Lane, what's going on? Yeah, hope everybody in the chat as well. And I don't know about you guys, but I think we are due for some San Diego Comic-Con reveals. I don't know. It's got to be happening.
We got a lot of sneaks, like leaks and sneaks. And
didn't they?
Like,
were we supposed to start getting announcements on Tuesday?
I thought we were.
Did I hear that from some? Like, did I dream that?
You might have dreamed it. Yeah.
I feel like it's too early still, right? It's still like a month away. It's like I feel like they don't come till like 2 weeks out.
I mean, well, it is a month. It's actually a month away, almost. Well,
what's the actual dates here? I'm looking
at the 20th, isn't it? Isn't it July 20th?
Oh yeah, it starts the 20th. All right,
so a while.
We're still a month away.
Would we see the leaks for San Diego Comic-Con first, or we're going to hear about the Fun Day box? Like if they're going to do
we still got to get the Fun Days box before that. Hopefully they do the same thing as last year.
Early, like a little earlier before.
I think last year was pretty successful with the Fun Days box and how they released it. Oh, thank you, babe. So hopefully they do the exact same thing. Rumored to be a lot of sodas coming, which I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah, I think there's some good rumors out there. Some 3 liters too.
A lot of 3 liters. Yeah, a lot of 3 liters.
A lot of 3 liters we probably don't need.
But Vince, there's a rumored Tony the Tiger soda.
How many times have I said this now over the last year?
You've said it a lot. So if they do actually come out with one, I feel like you're owed credit.
If it's with surfboard, I'm all about it too. Like
if it's with the surfboard, I think that's even cooler.
Yeah.
But I also think that's cool because we'll probably get a regular one as well.
So Dave, yes, we will be doing a live stream on our channel tomorrow night. Yeah, so we'll be doing another live. Randy said EE Entertainment Earth said they're probably prioritized for the con, and the remaining will be filled with pre-orders. Interesting. Yeah. So there's a shop. It's we actually found out it's not a shop because we were conversing with them last night. But the Las Vegas Funko-holics page got like first looks of all the brand new pops that are coming out this summer, including some of the Star Wars sodas and Star Wars pop rides. And the Greedo soda looks fantastic. I'll see if I can grab a picture.
They were at, I think it's called like Trademark Con or something like that. It's like one of those like licensing cons where they show off like all the things that they license. So I think it's where Funko just shows off a bunch of stuff to try to get other licenses or people to license things.
I think it's in Vegas right now.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So here I found the picture with the Greedo and the other newer Star Wars sodas. I saw a smaller channel actually got their hands on a Princess Leia soda. So I'm pretty excited for that as well. But here is what the Greedo looks like next to Darth Maul, Padme, and Obi-Wan.
It's funny.
Overall, I've been happy with the Star Wars sodas.
Yeah, they've done a great job.
Other than Darth Vader, it's kind of sad. The chase.
Yeah, they should have done like an unhelmeted but they're getting better. Like the holographic chases for Obi-Wan and Darth Maul are fantastic.
Padme's all right. I mean, she looks good already. Like the metallic look.
Yeah, metallic on Padme is kind of weird, and the metallic on the Stormtrooper is kind of weird. Boba Fett, I like the prototype one. I mean, they're not going to be all hits. Let's put it that way. But I mean, generally, the way that they're sculpted is what I like about the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel that way about Marvel.
I also think the Greedo can looks really good too.
I like how
love
they
me
still
some
have
Greedo.
a Wampa 3-liter over there too.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we still got some Wampa 3-liters here. Check them out.
I mean, they're sold out on the Funko shop, so I don't know. Maybe that's just hanging out.
Maybe they're hanging out at where is it? The Snoop Dogg store.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But all right, so here's an interesting. So Dave said the Mystery Grail double soda box is still available, and they finally have a couple of decent grails in this run. So did either of you guys pick up any boxes?
You know what? I just passed on it because if it was like a 1 in 100 chance, I guess maybe to get like the 4, I would go after it. But it's a 1 in like 500 chance to get 4 sodas. Like, and I've gotten a lot of sodas. Like, I don't know. There's so many out there right now, and it could be different because I've gotten good sodas from them before too. So it's hit or miss. I passed on it this time.
You know, the soda mystery boxes, I don't know. Because they're starting to mix in some, because there's so many now, because there's so many sodas out there, it's not the same as it used to be. You know what I mean? It's gotten diluted with a lot of stuff that like I have no interest in.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's even different than I don't know. I still don't mind their mystery guys. Wait till you watch our video next week.
Oh, dropping the teasers already.
I'm dropping the teasers. We opened 20 boxes. We hit 2 grails out of 20.
Wow.
But wait till you see one of them.
I mean,
that's all I'm going to say. Wait till you see one of them.
All right. Well, let's get this out of the way though. Are they real grails? Not like a 45.
John, no, the one is not a real grail. No, the one looks like I put a star inside a box on something that. Wait till you guys see it. Genuinely. I say it in the video as well. I like Mystery Grail. I really do. I enjoy. They're fun. They really are.
They're fun boxes.
Yeah, they're fun boxes, and we pulled other pops that were more expensive than our Grail. Let's just put it that way.
Interesting.
I mean, if we're just slapping stickers on anything at this point, I'm but I'm happy with them. But I got turned off a little bit with the soda boxes when we hit a Grail, and the Grail was bingo.
It's a low count, but it's not.
When there's 500, you know what I mean? When there's 500 boxes,
every chase is a grail almost. Then, like if you think about it, every chase in that run would be a grail considered to the $40 and up. So pretty much almost every chase, but a couple are $40 and up.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the hard thing is I kind of wish they put the X many sealed cases of sodas in here, so you know how many the odds of chases too. Like, I do that with my soda mystery boxes. All right, like I just drop 20 boxes. 20 boxes, you have a chance at a witch doctor, which is way beyond most, like about the same as any of their grails. A 1 in 20 chance instead of a 1 in 125.
Well, I think that's the point too. Is like there's so many other smaller people that don't have the reach that Mystery Grail has, and the fancy shiny red and gold boxes, but that are offering way better odds. The only issue is it's just there's not that many like companies that are dropping soda boxes. So I think we passed on the soda boxes tonight as well, just because I have a bunch of them that we still need to do videos with, and we were just gone for the con, and I feel like I don't know if you guys saw the pictures that I posted on Instagram and our story. Yeah. We got so many boxes delivered while we were gone. I feel like I just need to do like a recap of like everything that we have and try to figure out like, all right, how many weeks worth of content do we have before I start buying some more stuff? So that's why we
no, that makes sense.
But Lainey brings up a great point. She said the word grail is so overused, and I have to agree. I think the word grail in terms of like a content creator sense, it gets a lot of hits because I feel like people search for that on YouTube. They want to see like higher end pieces being pulled. So if you type in grail, a whole slew of videos will come up. So it's good for us because we can use that in our titles and our hashtags, and that helps us get picked up a little bit more in the algorithm. But I do hear it a lot between collectors and sellers, and people hyping up various stuff like, oh, this is going to be a future grail, or check this out, this is already a grail. It's definitely it's definitely a term that's
And
overused.
a term everyone can use differently. Like your grail is different than my grail.
Yeah.
Like John might be like, my grail is actually like $1,000 one because that's what I'm looking for. It's not even $100 pop. It's $1,000 pop because that's what I'm looking for. Other people might be, this $50 pop is a grail to me. I don't own it. I don't have it.
Yeah, and they might not buy anything over retail, and they, So I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I know there's a bunch of characters they should do. I would definitely love to see a Jabba the Hutt 3-liter, as opposed to a Darth Vader 3-liter.
Yeah,
I think that
like
would
we just got the 18-inch Vader. We got the
And
soda
it's
Vader.
just-
kind of
like
Vadered out, to be honest.
I can't even believe I'm saying that, but I'm Vadered out as well. Like,
And we're getting more footage of Vader. Hayden Christensen is going to be in the Ahsoka series, and it's probably going to be some sort of flashback from everything that I've read and studied up on so far.
Yep.
So we'll probably see him again.
Finish Rebels again.
So Kelsey says for the Mystery Grail soda boxes that they mix in too many international sodas. I actually have no issue with international sodas. I think it's kind of cool seeing the different variants of the cans and the pogs and the lower piece counts. But I understand that some people prefer, like I think Vince, you're purely US version, right? You're just no international.
Well, 98%. I had to get a Panchito at some point, or the other guy. The other one, the red one. I can't remember.
The red one, the red duck.
Jose karaoke.
Jose. And I believe I got an international, but if we ever pull it or I get that one, I will swap it out in a heartbeat. Yeah, I'm with Kelsey. I don't like mixing the two because it's kind of weird. Like if you got a whole line and then I don't want to mix them. Yeah. I try to get rid of them. If we get international, I try to get rid of them right because I just don't have them. There's nothing wrong with them.
It's crazy to see the price difference too, like on PPG.
Like I never look at PPG with the sodas.
I mean, just the curiosity, to know what they're worth.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, like how different those two are, and it's just like a special edition sticker versus I mean, that's what it comes down to: a Funko Shop sticker versus a special edition sticker versus a Hot Topic sticker.
Yeah, I feel kind of the same way about the special editions stickers for Pops. Like, I don't hate it, and I have some, but I prefer not to have them. If that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. The Law says, did you guys see the new Blockbuster Rewind line that's coming up? Is it just another form of soda or something new and cool? So thank you for bringing this up because I wanted to talk about this and I wanted to get Vince's and Josh's reaction on it because I just wanted to see what you guys thought. I'll pull it up here.
First off, has John been to a Blockbuster before?
I've been to a Blockbuster. I remember
a functioning Blockbuster.
When I was very young, I remember going to Blockbuster with my dad. We would go pick out a movie every now and then, but I was probably like 7 or 8 at the oldest. It's way back there in the files.
So. I remember, yeah, we used to have to, you'd like go there and then you find out your movie's gone after you spent 2 hours trying to pick out a movie. Then your movie's gone and it's already rented out.
Go on a Friday.
And then you see it behind the counter and you get all excited and then you can finally take that one.
So are they going to do more than just this Freddy? Like, are they going to do other movies?
Yeah, they've already said this is.
I'll be honest, I don't like these at all.
Okay. All right.
I don't see them. I don't know.
This
them being a hit. And it's weird that they're using Blockbuster. Like it's trademarked and everything. And I guess they got it really cheap. Probably because there's one person that probably owns it still. I think there's one lone store, right? That's open in Portland or something like that. But
maybe.
I feel like this is like I don't know. It's another weird case thing. It's like their 25 year of Funko cases. It's like
What are you gonna do with me like you know those Duplo people?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Kind of.
I bought a couple of like hockey player ones that I thought were like cool for my son when he was little, and then when like I'm like, you know what? These aren't that cool. Like it was cool that it was hockey related. Like this is cool that it's Freddy related, but like I don't think I would display these. I just don't like the look of them. But Not that, you know, not everything is going to be a hit. This wouldn't be
I'm not a huge fan of packaging without a window when
Yeah.
there's like a figure or there's something that it's meant to be displayed. This is not a product that's meant to be like played with. It's not like a kid's toy.
This looks like something they want to give out at that truck, though, doesn't it? Like it has that little truck on it and everything. It seems like something. Now it has a chase to it, I guess. You have a black and white chase.
Yeah, I like the common better than the chase. I don't really like the black and white. But I wouldn't mind getting the regular one. I think it would look cool somewhere on a shelf.
I'm not really the figure itself out, just kind of like the mini Freddy.
Yeah, like I don't really care too much about the packaging. Like the blockbuster nostalgia doesn't really hit me the way they're maybe intending it to hit people.
This just doesn't strike me as Funko, because I mean, listen, I'm the kind of sucker that I got the candy Freddy, and I honest to God, I love it. I don't even care what anybody, say whatever you want. I love it, but I love it because it's in that style. You know what I mean? Like it just doesn't scream Funko to me. If I had like an old school like toy collection though, I think this is better for like an old school like toy in general collector. This would be something cool to like to add to a shelf with like it looks older school. So I think it's got probably its niche. It's just not my niche.
It's Freddy, and I immediately saw it and I was like, oh, that would be cool, but it's not something that like I have to have. And I read through the article they had on it, and I couldn't see anything about the chase odds, if it's 1 out of 6 or if it's 1 out of 10. They just said there is a chase.
10,000.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched, there is a documentary on Netflix called The Last Blockbuster. If you haven't watched that one, it's ironic that it's on Netflix too. So The Last Blockbuster is the documentary. So if you're wondering about Blockbuster, I'm just curious to like, what is this supposed to represent? Is this a new line they're gonna try out? Is this?
I hope it's not a new line. I hope it's not a new line because they have like I don't understand why they just don't stick to their bread and butter sometimes. Like if they made a fun on the run Freddy. Like Freddy, I don't understand why they don't make a ride of the Freddy in the truck. I hope that's coming at some point. Yeah. I would kill. Like if they came out with like a 5,000 piece or heck even 10,000 piece Freddy in that truck as a pop ride. Oh my God, I would tell Joanna, I'd be like, I'm taking some days off from work. I'm getting in the car and I need that truck from the truck. Like
I think this will be a fun, like it's a fun if it's representing like 25 years and like it's fun, different stuff. I want to see, like I said, wacky wobblers like come back for the 25 years, like special anniversary wacky wobblers, special anniversary, like look at all the stuff. Funko Force, like let's put out a weird Funko Force for the 25th anniversary, stuff like that.
I agree with that to an extent. Like, I think they can get away with that with the anniversaries, like we just said. But I don't think they should be starting new lines. Like, pops work, sodas work. Like, stick to that. Like keep putting out the stuff. Like gold doesn't work. Dorbs died. Hikaris, they ended. Like, pops and sodas are what people want. Like, just keep putting out those.
I mean, if this is it, this is fine. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't hate it. I really don't. I don't hate it. I just, like, I wouldn't need to have this. I think it's cool if it's like a one-off piece, just looks kind of old school and kind of fits in with, like I said, that kind of old school collection. But if they're going to start rolling with these, it won't be something that...
They won't, like you said, if they're in the box, I mean, it's hard enough for retailers to sell sodas because people don't know what the figures look like.
Right.
And now you're going to put these into a weird box that really doesn't, I don't know how well it'll display, and it takes up more room. It looks like it's bigger than a pop. And like, it's going to add, like, if it's the size of a VHS tape, that's pretty big to start putting everywhere. Like, everyone got rid of their VHS tapes for a reason. At a certain point, they take up a lot of room.
Well, because technology improved. We had DVDs, then they went to Blu-ray, and now you can go stream anything that you want. And technology will continue to improve. And we just have to adapt and enjoy. But John B, you are definitely not late. I'm so good or so happy to see you in the house tonight. Now, this has been a variation of a comment/question that I've seen a lot in the chat tonight. I saw Jacob just asking about it. Paul said something, and I know Dave asked about it as well. So I have not seen any more information on the Fun on the Run truck tour. Have you guys seen anything? Because we're only
it's just the date set. You got to go.
It starts July 7th.
They'll do it like a week before because they're not going to put out anything till like the week before.
No.
They said the dates, they said the location. They didn't say where in the cities though. So that's a whole other thing. And then where have like a sign up? Well, you have to like register to go to it.
Right, but like, where is the truck going to be? What time is the truck going to be there from? What are they selling? Is anyone allowed to walk up and just buy something? Like,
maybe they're waiting till maybe it's going to be a last minute thing. Like you got to be following, and they might do it like. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Keep people guessing.
Keep people on their toes.
Yeah, why not?
I guess
with everything else.
That's one strategy, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't think we'll be able to catch it. I know the first or the closest stop to us is Nashville. I know there's a bunch of people that are going, so I'll have to live vicariously through them. And I know they're not even coming anywhere near you guys either, right?
No, Nashville is the closest for all three of us.
Yeah, it would be the closest for all of us, I think.
Like all of us, there's nothing else this way.
So Ozzy Pop and Paul says, I've heard rumors that it will be at Walmart's. Okay.
It would make sense. They got big parking lots.
Big parking lots. And a mess of crazy people. So yeah.
They obviously have the relationship with Walmart because they do the exclusives. So
yeah. I could see that.
Interesting.
It's gonna be a hot parking lot to wait out in.
But regardless, we'll find out in a few weeks, and then the last place on the route for the truck is San Diego Comic-Con. I'm actually curious, did anybody in the chat get Fun Days tickets? Anybody going to Fun Days? We didn't even attend, obviously.
No, I look at the details. I'll like forget it. I can't fork over. I've heard crazy stuff with the hotels in San Diego for that weekend too. That week. It's been like people are like, I could fly back and forth cheaper, like like each night than paying for the hotel room. So
I would love to do that, but we'll be at a dance competition that week. So
yeah, a lot of people have messaged us saying like, oh, are you going to San Diego Comic-Con? Did you get Fun Days tickets? We did not even try. We're not going to San Diego Comic-Con this year. I don't even know if it's in the cards for us next year. So I think 2025 would be the earliest year that we could potentially try. And just because you try to go doesn't even mean you'll be able to go. So, Ozzy Pop and Paul got tickets to Fun Days. Wow, well, there you go. We can all live vicariously through Ozzy Pop and Paul.
Yes.
Hopefully you film a video or a vlog or something so we can see some footage.
You need one of the things that I guess is great if you haven't been part of the Fanatic like website, that Fanatic blog, or not blog, but like message board. It's pretty much old school message board, like old school message.
Yeah.
Like if you're a part of that, I guess you kind of get like potentially a lottery of a sneak like peek, like a sneak peek kind of entry into it, but you have to be active for so long. So if you're thinking about going in a year or two, get in there, be active. And potentially you could maybe get some opportunity to get some tickets a little better than the general public, because that's a mess.
Oh yeah,
always.
Oh, and it gets better for Ozzy Pop and Paul. He also got tickets to the Fake Pin VIP event on Thursday night.
Wow.
So he might be the man to talk to for having score all these tickets. That's awesome. Congratulations. Linda's here. What's up, Linda? And Tammy. Oh, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping on in. One thing I missed about Funko is when they would do a drop and it would be super hyped up and would sell out within minutes. But now it seems so lackluster. And Mark, you're not wrong about that. We have not had any drops, like regular drops, non-con drops, just out of the blue, like exciting Funko Shop pieces.
You know what? And there's been like everything that has dropped, that there's been some good stuff that dropped, like things I've been excited about, but I haven't purchased. So I'm like, I don't feel like they're gonna sell out like in the next 2 minutes. Like both the Indiana Jones ones that dropped, they look awesome. I want to get them, I'm like, do I need to get them right away? Do I wait
You know,
to see if I get a coupon sale like deal or
Yeah.
something?
question though with that, I mean, like before 2019, I really didn't collect like heavily at all. I only had a couple pops from maybe 2019 on,
Mhm.
but obviously I got a couple more now. But like before that, I mean, honestly, I can still remember the first time that something sold out on the Funko shop and people were like floored. I remember Medusa selling out. And
Yeah.
like ever
Okay.
since that run of Medusa, then it was like crazy for a while. But before that, other than limited pieces, what not that not that I've been on the Funko site for, like I said, way before 2019, but I don't remember being a clamoring other than like the limited piece stuff for
I
the
think
most part. So
I think that's what it was. More limited pieces, though. I think
right.
there was more like even if it's a 5,000 piece or a 4,000 piece or 8,000 piece or something like that, there was
Yeah,
more of
like
those
Bam
kind of drops.
Bam, Bart,
Yeah,
those were
Well,
all in 2019 too.
Bam Bam,
you know,
Bam Bam and
Pebbles,
Pebbles, weren't they 8,000 piece?
8,000 piece,
yeah,
and
And
it
they
was
still sold
2019.
out. Yeah.
yeah.
The last thing recently that I can remember being hyped about for, and it didn't sell out right away, was the Bruno soda. That was, I feel like, the only thing that there was hype. We knew it was only 5,000 pieces, so there wasn't that many of them, comparatively speaking.
Yeah. Others.
But yeah, it did not. I think it sold out at night. I think it sold out within like 10, 12 hours, but nothing like the days of 2019,
Yeah.
and previous. But
I think the only thing that I've seen sell out, not right away, but recently, I think the Spider Punk pop finally sold out, but it wasn't until after it went already on sale for that Father's Day, like that, like the
Yeah.
20% off or whatever they had on those. So they're like 10 something.
yeah,
Like that's the only time they actually finally sold out, and the movie came out, and people were hyped about it and got
I
it.
think some of that too, though, is production. Let's
yeah,
say they produced even 20,000 or 30,000 before. Now they might be doing 40 or 50. I think that is like a huge, I think the demand has come down a little bit and the production is probably still up higher. I heard talks of them saying that they're going to start maybe backing off on the productions and only have one or two runs and do that
yeah.
kind of thing so there won't be as much. And I think it's something they'll probably need to do to kind of build up that hype a little bit. But I agree. I miss those days. I thought I always loved it. You know, what gives me that now is the NFT drops. And
Yeah,
I hate
Yeah.
that on one
yeah,
hand because I'd rather see some of these 8,000, 9,000, even a 10,000 piece if it was a really cool character like that
Yeah.
the Batman that just dropped. Fantastic pop, has a chase. Like if there was 10,000 pieces and then there was a chase with it, I think now you're getting that excitement back. I'd love to see them do that again, but
So
will it
I,
happen? I
I'm
don't know.
so this is perfect. Ties right in with limited pieces and everything. So I'm all about the limited pieces. Like that's what gets me hyped. That's what gets me excited as a person and a collector. And Ozzy Pop and Paul, 100,000%. This is a big question, at least on my mind, with the amount of tickets for Fun Days that they've said this is going to be the biggest Fun Days event
it's
ever.
like park. It's like in a
Yeah,
giant park.
it's
It's
a
not even
huge
inside
outdoor
anymore.
venue.
Yeah,
How many pieces are those items going to be given out? And I actually think that we are in for a treat. And I wouldn't feel this way if it wasn't for last year. If you guys remember last year, and I'm going to do a full breakdown video on all the pops we got for last year for the con and for Freddy and for the Freddies, right? And for the Freddies, to be honest, for the take home Fun Days boxes, I wasn't too excited when we found out when people first started getting their boxes. The most limited item was 1,000 pieces, right? 1,000, I think it was 1,000
Yeah.
or 2,000, somewhere around there.
something.
Yeah, something
Uh,
like that. Oh yeah, yeah. I think Metallic Thor was 1,000 pieces. So yeah,
uh, was it 1,000 or was it 2,000? Maybe it might have been 4,000 and 2,000.
it
Now that
was.
you're saying that,
Yeah, I know it was 4,000, but regardless, there was nothing less than 1,000
right?
for the Freddies. However, with Fun Days, they had 1,500 pieces, and then they had all those 500-piece Freddies, which was
Yeah.
awesome. So I'm curious to see if that's going to be the same trend this year. That if, let's say, there's 2,500 people going to Fun Days, so there's going to be some 2,500 piece pops, and then there's some sprinkled in like 500 or 1,000 piece pops, whatever. Or are they going to give everybody different items and everyone's items are like 500 to 1,000 pieces? That would be awesome. Give everybody something different, because that's kind of what they did. They gave some people the low end Lokis, and then some people got the low end Optimus Prime and the Blacklight and everything. So I don't know. What do you guys think?
Series figure.
Cold Series.
No, that was NYCC. Was that not? And
Yeah, that was Fright Night. We don't talk about Fright Night.
I think that they handled the Freddy's and everything great last year. I don't think, I think from where it was to where it is, where it was in like 2017, 2018, to where it is now, 500 piece Freddy's for the most part are, people are fetching a lot of money for those now. So with the demand that there is now, 500 piece Freddy's, I think, are great. Do that. Now, if they throw in a couple lower end, not lower end, but if they throw in some lower piece counts, like a 25 piece, I don't even know if I want to see that anymore.
I just saw that comment, dude. They are not going to do. You cannot do anything less than like 200 pieces now, because
because look at what they do for the baseball games. I'm thinking like the 3 different ones, and they have the gold one, that low. I could see them doing something like that where they have a regular one, they have a one with a different colored whatever shirt on or something like that, and then a gold one. Truthfully, I think when they're just all like gold like that, kind of like the Golden Hopper, it's really lame. I'm never gonna.
But I think unfortunately, when you drop, because there's so much demand and hype that you were just talking about, Vince, there is more demand for Funko. Maybe not more than ever, but there's more people than ever.
There's more people
know about Funko.
There's definitely more people.
I mean, so that the last year they did 24 piece Freddy's was 2019, and unfortunately, like, I hope they don't do anything less than 200 pieces. I hope they don't do anything crazy, because people are greedy. And a perfect example was the whole Freddy Venom situation. Like that situation where one person bought up multiples of the same pop and then cornered the market and is now trying to sell those pops back to people in the community for 40 to 50 grand a pop. Like that, to me, there's no joy or fun in collecting at that aspect. So I think Funko knows that, and I think they can get away with it at the baseball games, because they're distributed not by Funko. They're given to the employees who work at the baseball stadiums. They just distribute it randomly. Whatever happens, happens. With the Funko event, it's different because you got people that know each other. There might be some backdoor deals that happen, and then all of a sudden, like 1 or 2 people have a majority of that one pop, which gets super shady super fast. So.
Yeah, I think let's call it what it is. Back when, like 2019, great example. Like I have a feeling that Venom Freddy was not going for 40 grand back then, right? It was probably, maybe it was $1,000. I don't know. That's not my stratosphere.
I actually do remember, because I was bidding on the first one. The first one sold for $900 on eBay that night of Fun Days.
Perfect example. They drop a 25 piece Freddy this year. Nobody will get that for under 15 grand. Yeah. Like the starting point will be 15 grand and probably up. So it makes it not even.
It's not fun.
It's not even a reality for most of us collectors. So
right.
If they did it, I don't care. It's nothing that I'll ever have and nothing I'll ever try chase down. I'm just not that kind of collector. There are people that are, and we'll get that kind of thing. So it doesn't excite me. You know what I mean? Like a 500 piece excites me because I think one day I could maybe have a 500 piece Optimus Prime. Maybe not. I'd settle.
I think even
for
something
500 piece
instead of 25. How about 250?
250.
Yeah, I think even
250. I can see 250.
Yeah,
that'd be cool to do like 250, 2,500. Like kind of like go that route. Like,
yeah, multiples of 25. I could 100% see that. I just think they have to be realistic that people, unfortunately, are willing to spend a lot of money on the aftermarket. And I think when you do that too, like, you have to be cognizant of the reason that I think. Well, one of the reasons that I think Funko is so popular is because the buy-in point to become a collector is very low compared to a lot of other collectibles. So they kind of need to be cognizant of that. And you got to recognize your demographic. Like we're all not millionaires, we're just average everyday people that like to collect this. We have, jobs, and some people are more well off than others, but you drop something limited and low piece to get people hyped up, but not to the extent where they're like killing each other over it. Or
and that's kind of what I'm saying. I think that once you go to a certain level, you're not like us normal people aren't excited by that because
because we're realistic, like you said.
Right. And if one of us got it, let's guys, be 100% honest. Like, even if it was a character I collected, I get a 25 piece, probably gonna sell it because I've got like 10 other grails that I'd love to get, that I'd rather get that one,
rather get a new roof for the house.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's Mickey Mouse, then we'll probably keep it. But I mean, other than that.
So Brandon says, did anyone else see the post on Instagram about exclusive pops? The stores are only getting one run now, and once they're gone, that's it.
That's good.
So I did see that, and I actually think that's good. I don't think that's bad. I think
I feel like it's smart on Funko's part because they're saying, listen, guys, you want to buy these? You got to buy this amount, or you're not going to get any, and that's it. You're not getting any more than that.
Oh, well, I think it's good for the store too. Like, they don't have to worry about once they clear them out, they kind of clear them out and they're gone. They don't have to worry about another run coming, and they just cleared those out.
Right.
I think Fig Pin started doing that with runs too. Like, they'll have runs and they'll just they'll do waves, and they might do wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, but they'll first run or whatever because you can enter them in the app. But I think doing stuff like that, I mean, for stores, it makes sense too. You don't want to you don't want to also see them like where we are now. Look how many are on the Funko shop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to go to Target. I can go buy everyone that I want on the Funko shop. Like, if I don't want to get there.
And that exactly right there, I think answers Kelsey's concern right here, saying that the only problem is it provides more opportunity for flippers. I don't think so, because of what Josh just said. Like, if Walgreens gets a brand new Spider-Man pop or Spider-Man villain, because they seem to get a lot of those characters in that family. Let's say they got a brand new, I don't know, Dr. Octopus variant, and they're only getting one run. Each store is only going to have 500 that they can put out on the shelves. Once it's sold out, it's sold out. If that same exact pop is on the Funko shop, why would anybody pay somebody else more unless they don't know about the Funko shop, which is
Now, I will be surprised if Hot Topic does this, because Hot Topic's notorious for keeps stocking stuff over and over and over.
Like 3 and 5-year-old pops.
Yeah. Hot Topic is the most notorious of oh, this sold out, but don't worry, 6 months from now we have more. Or even 3 months. They're still at the warehouse. I mean, sometimes that could be the case too. It's just not shipped from the warehouse yet.
The flipper thing, though, I think too. I mean, I think we're starting to get to the end of the flipping part. Honestly, I don't, and that's not this is going to sound really weird, but that's not necessarily a good thing. I mean, I think that the flippers, what are you flipping now? What's a flipper buying and flipping? Name 5 pops that you could flip other than any anime that has a chase on the Funko shop. Okay, you can buy those and flip especially the chases. But guys, the commons, I've got a couple One Piece pops that have the commons are not worth really anything. The chases, are crazy, and that's what they're going after. But I don't know, the flipper side of Funko, I think, is kind of ran its course to a certain extent.
It was
that doesn't mean I couldn't come back, but
and that's kind of that's the piggyback on this short runs. I think it's almost, guys, listen, it's all part. Nobody likes that a lion eats a little whatever. Okay, nobody likes that. That's not how nobody likes to think of how everything works in this world. Unfortunately, part of a good collecting market, you have to have the flippers in there, because the flippers are driving that demand up of something that somebody else wants, and you need this all in a delicate balance to that's the circle of life, guys. I just explained the world to you here.
I disagree a little bit, because I don't think that, and I use the example of the Eddie Brock Venom t-shirt bundle, right? everybody, or if you were in the community at the time, you might recall.
I'm going to let you finish. And I got a good analogy for this one. Go ahead.
And go for it. Go for it.
Yes.
We all have different opinions on it. I think if something is desired and people want it, they're gonna get it. They're gonna go after it, right?
Yes.
But I think if the reason that maybe some hype is manufactured on top of already like exciting hype for that character or any character that people want because it's desired, it's then like times 10 because, you know, a flipper or a reseller or whatever you want to call them will go to the store and they will buy. And that's how I define a flipper, like somebody who goes and they buy a brand new product, they buy multiples of them. They take that opportunity away from somebody else to have that in their collection with the sole purpose of selling it on the secondary market at a higher cost.
Let me give you my analogy for this. Have you ever watched a video like with a lion, or I got a perfect video in my head right now. Crocodile is creeping up on all these zebras, right? All these zebras take off, but there's one zebra that keeps on drinking out of the pool, and then that alligator snatches that zebra. That's an uninformed collector. If we don't buy into the hype, okay, if you don't buy into the hype, you take all the power away from the flippers. People all you got to do is do your research. Don't be the zebra that's trying to get that last sip of water. There's more water. Run away, come back to the water once the alligator's gone. So stay away from the flippers. Don't buy into it. They will have to come down. Like Eddie Brock is a great example. It was selling for $200. People are buying left and right.
Yep.
I had a very strong feeling that was not going to stay at $200. Guess what? I didn't drink the water. I didn't buy it for $200. We all just have to be informed collectors, and then you don't buy into that, and they'll still flip it. They bought it for 25, they'll sell it for 50, but that's okay. That's part of the deal. Yeah. It drives us to the stores. We want to now go to Target and pick up that. But
that's what I'm saying. But that's exactly what I'm saying, though. What drove people to the store? The excitement for that particular product, not because I have to get it before the flippers get it. Because if that was the case, then every exclusive I would have to go to the store and get it before the flippers get it. But that's not the case.
You know what? But if we're being let's use the Eddie Brock for example. What drove that is the price of Carnage. Carnage sat on the Funko shop for a long time. It didn't sell out right away. Once it became a grail, like overnight for whatever reason, then they sold out. That drove the Eddie Brock now, because now everybody wanted Eddie Brock because, oh my God, if Carnage is worth this much, Eddie Brock is going to be worth double that. And people bought into the hype. So it actually, you need to have these shorter runs. You need to build the hype. You need to have the flippers in there. I hate it. I'm not a flipper. I won't go into a store and buy 15 pops. I'm the kind of person that'll say, hey, listen, I grabbed one of these. There's 3 more left over there. I think a lot of us that are in the chat here will do the same thing. But unfortunately, you need that ugly side of it a little bit to drive it a little.
So I see this comment a lot. People say without flippers, the price doesn't increase. Now, has anybody been paying attention to what's been happening with this pop right here?
Yeah.
The Foot Locker exclusive. This was a very affordable pop for a long time. I bought
2 of them when it came out on the Foot Locker website.
Did flippers cause this pop to become now well over $100? No, flippers did not cause this pop. And this pop has been going up steadily for a while. And it's because of supply and demand. That's what people like forget about. Like there's a natural course of, supply and demand within the collectible market. And that's why Funko has been around for so long, is because there's demand for the product and there's short supply of certain pieces. Go ahead.
You don't need flippers to drive up pricing. You need flippers to drive hype. That's all that it is.
Yes.
You're not going to, I think what you said is 100% true. That's why when people say, like you see all these headlines, Funko's dying, Funko's going to do this. Who cares, guys? We all have the stuff that we have. I'm not chasing after my 15th Spider-Man at this point. I've got a couple. And I think that, and if all you love is Spider-Man, that's great. There's 40 of them out there. It's going to take you a long time to collect those 40. You know what I mean? So you got stuff to work on for years to come without Funko ever putting out one more piece of anything. That's why, there is still stuff that I get really excited about when I see drop, and I want to still pick stuff up. But have I slowed down on the newer stuff? 100%. But have I increased on the older stuff? 100%. So yeah, you don't need them. You do not need flippers to drive a market. You need them to build the hype to create the market. Like if nobody liked Pops anymore, if like everybody just decided that they're not cool because whatever, then yeah, we got problems. And you know, we're all in the same boat then.
Before we jump into the next comment, what are your thoughts, Josh?
Well, I just wanted to bring up the other side of the hype. So there's always the flipper like mentality of getting all the stuff, but a great example is I like to use the Hot Topic chase idea, where I work every day. John, you work every day. Vince, you work every day. You know, during the week, you can't go to a Hot Topic on a Wednesday morning to stand in line and wait for a chase pop that you just saw last night go. And you know that, oh, we got these in. There's probably going to be a chase one in there. But there are people that work different hours, don't work, or have like maybe they work nights or something like that.
They might work in the mall next to the Hot Topic,
or they work right next to the Hot Topic, or they know the security card at the mall, or whatever. They go in there and get the chase and then sell it. And you know, they grab the 3, 4 chases, 5 chases. A couple people in line grab them. What that becomes is more of a convenience fee.
Right.
Like, I won't be able to do that. So I got to pay the convenience fee. And it's just like other things sometimes too. Like if my area doesn't have something and someone else's area is stock full because only they live in an area. Example, there's an area in Florida called the Villages. It is pretty much a retirement community of people, like golf courts, old people. That's what it's in there. Like they have a Target there. It's probably stock full of Funko all the time, you know, if you go there. But go to my Target and it's you know, they will be cleared out or something like that. The same thing. Their stuff might sit there. I enjoyed that part though of hunting. Like I think Vince and I have talked about it before. On you know, that was a fun thing. It's like I need to go to 3 different Targets to find one pop. Like that was fun. Like because this area might sell a lot. No one goes to this Walgreens at all to buy anything. Let's see if anything's there. Let's find the clearance deals. Let's see who has this on clearance. All that kind of stuff. That I think that's the fun part of collecting. And then the flipper part is I don't think there's as much of a flipper part just because of the amount of stuff being produced.
That's what I'm saying. I think we're kind of at the end of the flipper.
Yeah, it's going to slow down. Now the flipper part might move.
I don't think we're at the end. I think we're just in the bottom of a cycle.
It comes. SECC, there's going to be plenty of flippers. Don't worry. He's going to go on Whatnot at 9 p.m.
For the con stickers. But again, there's going to be a lot of those zebra. Don't be that zebra the day after the con or the night of the con.
So there's a lot of great comments that people put in the chat, and I want to address a bunch of them. The first one that I want to address before we get to this one, everything under the umbrella. So Vinny says, you're right about supply and demand. I was so bummed when I missed out on the Lego Star Wars Executor class ship a couple months ago. That's a whole other market, but I will just tell you that if anything sells out when it first drops for Lego, you are 1,000% able to get it a few weeks. So please, if anybody else in here is into Lego, and that's, like I said, a whole other topic, you can just wait it out. Just give it like 2 weeks. Things will restock until it's retired.
Typically, they'll restock for a year to 2 years. And
it's completely different. So there are people that flip with new Lego sets, and that is just completely messed up. But like I said, that's for another day. A lot of people have been talking about the sodas. So I want to talk about the sodas before we get into the NFT side of this. So Linda says that's why when sodas were 2,000 to 5,000 pieces, people were excited to chase the soda. When there's no piece count, even though they're pretty cool, no one is hyped for chasing them. And that's 100% correct. And that's why I think some of you guys who have been around in the soda game specifically are going to see huge price spikes in your chases that are like 1,000 pieces or less over the next 2 to 5 years, because they're going to become really scarce. A lot of people are going to be getting into sodas years later. And, you guys will be fortunate to have those in your collection because they're limited. That's what everybody wants. They want limited pieces. Funko News Canada, what's going on? We actually met them in Niagara. They were fantastic people. They said sodas is a great example of the convenience. Regardless of numbered or non-numbered pieces, I'd rather buy a chase outright than keep opening cans. And I think this is a strategy that
I've gotten more that way. Now. Vince, I've gotten more that way now.
And I think that's just how some people are going to do it. I personally like to pull the chase. I mean, it's definitely easier just to go out and buy the chase. But I don't know. I still like ripping them. They're
Oh,
fun.
I love opening them. I just unfortunately I'm looking at my soda pile over there right now, and I have a harder time moving them, and I'm sure people feel the same way. Like if you can't move them, then it becomes a necessity sometimes.
But that's why I still think there's a huge opportunity to really enjoy collecting to a different level with the sodas, the limited ones. And that's also why I feel like Funko is making a huge mistake with making these unlimited ones, which we've talked
Yeah.
about a lot, obviously. But now I want to get into this because especially with Josh, who dropped a NFT related unboxing video today. And Vince, you opened up a lot of NFT packs. Oh, Josh.
Oh, thanks, Josh.
Thank you. Everybody post happy birthday to Vince. It's tomorrow. Oh my gosh, your birthday's tomorrow, Vince? Oh my gosh.
Thanks, everyone.
Happy early birthday. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Josh. Anyway, I want to get into this. Man, that's awesome. I'm so excited for
Remember, guys, I am the old man on this crew now.
You are not. Oh my god. You are not.
Listen, I'm the old man on this crew. Do you want to lie and pretend like I'm not?
You're not old. We're all young souls. Come on.
Well, yeah, I am. I mean, I play with toys every day, so
everything under the umbrella says Funko needs to be a little more concerned about the secondary market. That hype is critical to the hobby. Just look at how they've allowed the NFT secondary market to get stagnant. They could make a lot more. What do you guys think?
No, I don't think stagnant though. If you look at the secondary market,
I've sold.
You're talking about Atomic Hub, like it's all. I mean, go look at the prices for the ones that came out, the Dark Knight ones, or what? Look at the.
It all comes down to what they drop.
Yeah,
There's certain ones that do amazing. There's other ones that are going to do awful because they keep on going to the well. And I think they keep going to the well because they're waiting for maybe some other stuff to get lined up so they can do what they want to do. Wait until some of these bigger things come out. Because honestly, the secondary market is not. Yeah, I mean, for me, like all the doubles that I pull, I've been able to sell all of them, no problem. And you're not getting anything really for. I mean, you're not making a ton of money,
but I mean, the packs. Look how much the packs are even going for some of those. Like
they're under retail.
Well, but those
are going for almost triple.
Yeah. So it's but now, like Adventure Time, we opened and lost crazy amount of money the last week. We could have waited and bought packs now, and they're like what $20-some, I think 22 for premium packs or something like that. 23.77, 24. Most of them are $24. That's $6 under retail. For selling these for, so they're willing to give them up and sell and lose $6. I don't know why. I would just open them at that point. I wouldn't lose $6. I would just open them and test my luck. Like at that point, I don't know.
I still think there's a lot of hype with NFTs. I think that Funko just needs to balance it out. Because I see a lot of people excited about NFTs. Like you said, Vince, that's kind of where you get your thrill for the limited pieces. But I think there's still a large portion of the community that doesn't want to deal with NFTs. They don't.
I'm not saying that I like
those extra steps. They just want to kind of, I hate to say old fashioned way, but they just want to be like a regular consumer. Like just drop it, let me buy it. Or if I have to buy like a mystery box, like the Fun Days box or something like that. But to go to another website and then you got to open packs. People aren't down for that. A lot of people don't like that.
I think it's also it is not simple. It is like a lot of different steps to do. I like it because it is that. I like kind of the hunt, the search, the fun of opening packs, but then also the kind of like figuring out, okay, what's my best route to open more packs or to just buy the stuff I need and then go after this or test my luck and the one thing I don't like about the NFT packs is how random it is. Like I should not be getting doubles, and I think I was talking about this in our blue chat there, John. Who pulled three legendaries in one pack?
Yeah, it gets great. Some
3
of them are
legendaries
crazy.
in one pack. I think was that Funko Fat Guy? Does he do?
Yeah, maybe it was Jake. Yeah, Jake does.
That sounds like Jake's luck.
I think he pulled 3, and I was like, and 2 of them were the same. And I was like, I don't think you even should pull 2 commons of the same.
Yeah, if you started crunching the numbers and the billions of odds that some of these things
that. Like they can do that right with card packs. Like you don't get doubles in a card pack. Like it should be very similar kind of thing. They should all be pre-packed in packs like randomly, and then when you open the pack, they do it. But it seems like they kind of like pull from the batches randomly when you open a pack.
Yeah,
that's what I've heard. Like I don't know. I would love them to explain the odds and that.
That stuff is just way too complicated for me.
I think there shouldn't be a way I can pull 2 or 3. I think one pack I had 3 different doubles.
Yeah,
of the same card.
I've had that.
Common or uncommon. You know, like basic ones. So that's my only thing. But I do love the pops they're making with some of these, though. I love how unique they are. That's my thing.
I've been buying. Let me answer Lainey's question real quick because Lainey had asked, should she sell 3 of the premium packs from the Dark Knight or buy the Bane? Okay, this is what I would do. If you really want the Bane, sell the packs. If you bought them for retail, you're going to make double your money back. Buy the Bane and call it a day because odds of you pulling a Bane are going to be rough. Now, you could pull 2 Banes.
When one opens a Grail.
You could get a Grail.
I wouldn't.
If you don't really care about those, I would sell the packs. I would just get the.
I wouldn't
money.
If you can raise enough funds in house, to pay for a redeemable Grail that you want, a redeemable pop. Excuse me. Go for it. 100%.
So this is the way that we do. Unless it's something that we really are going to go after and like collect the whole set and do whatever. I hold the packs for a week or 2. If they double in price, I just sell them and I'll buy what I want. I'll just buy the legendaries and I don't take the risk. If we're all in, like Looney Tunes, we're all in. We're opening all the packs that we got. Then I just open them. I don't care. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever we get, we get. But I will a lot of times just go buy the NFTs that I want. Like I picked up Freddy Asleep stack just because I love the look of that for whatever reason.
It's a fun one.
40,
and it was cheap.
$50, $50.
Yeah, it was like $40, I think, $43 or something like that. And why not? I feel like a Freddy that's maybe 2,000 piece, even if it was 3,000 piece for under $50, I feel like that's a good deal all day long. Yeah. So, just my.
So, thank you for that because you guys are more NFT experts than I am. Sam is gonna be 48 on Sunday. He feels like his body's in the 60s,
happy birthday!
Hey, happy early birthday, Sam. That's awesome. Mark also has another interesting point. He says, I feel like a lot of the NFTs are overhyped. Also, can we discuss the price increase of sodas? I've been out of the soda game for a hot minute, but dang, $18 for a soda.
Mark, you're 100% right. It's ridiculous. I have bought, right now I'm looking, I have 3 sodas that are not open right now, and that's it because I'm not paying $18. I'm waiting for hot cash for me to restock some more up. But unless I'm super hyped about the soda, I won't pay $18 for soda.
But I want to, so you already mentioned something that I think is really important. Mark, you don't have to pay $18 for a soda if you don't want to. Like, there's so many opportunities right now to get sodas for much cheaper than that. Hot cash, like Vince just mentioned, GameStop is constantly having promotions. Plus, you can join their club. You get $5 a month, so that's money you can use towards a soda. Box lunch money. I mean, you guys can chime in. I mean, we all have 10% discount codes with Ralphie.
I will say one thing, and then like I got the membership for Brad's Toys and got 20% off of anything like on their site, and they were cool. I ordered a bunch of sodas from them not too long ago, and he's like, "Oh, I see that you pay too much for shipping because it's almost kind of based on pops instead of sodas," and he sent me $16 back. Like,
yeah, that's
good business.
Yeah.
I noticed it was high, but I didn't say anything, and I was like, I'll do it this time. But they just, without me even asking. I will say one, though. This is the thing I'm pissed about. The unnumbered sodas that are $18 on the Funko Shop because they're Walmart exclusives. Adam Warlock is a great example. I wanted that soda just because I just wanted that soda. I like Adam Warlock as a character, and I wanted a couple of them. I ordered them from Walmart. They were all canceled recently.
Of
The
course.
only way for me to get them is the Funko shop for $18 if I want one.
The only thing I would say, so here's a good example. The $18 like exclusive on Funko Shop.
Yeah.
Guys, if they're like 5 to 10,000 10,000 piece, let's call it like Bugs Bunny. If they're 10,000 piece or more, wait till they go on sale as well, because guess what? Bugs Bunny's still there. Winter Soldier, I think, is still there from almost a year ago. Like, if they're, I think he is.
The
I could be
unnumbered
wrong
one,
on that.
no. This is the weird thing. It's non-numbered. It's sitting on there. It's a Walmart exclusive.
It'll go on sale. They won't sell out of them.
Yeah, they run like 20 to 30% off promotions occasionally. And the other thing too with Walmart is people still post pictures all the time. You could get lucky and walk into your local Walmart and
I'll check
see
my
those
Walmart.
photos
Let me see if there's any in there.
Yeah, check clearance, because
I
we've
haven't
seen
seen any
pictures
at
of like
Walmart
$4.98 clearance sodas all the time. So
I've seen them in two of our Walmarts.
Target had some sodas. They were in these giant cases, like the lock cases. Like you had to
really
bring each one up individually. And
Oh,
it was
nice.
huge. They were like,
yeah, that's
down.
Smart. They got smart.
But it's also like then you got to bring like 5 cases up if you want soda.
Yeah,
now you got to get someone to unlock them for you and open them.
It's a little weird.
Keep them behind a counter somewhere. I don't know.
So Linda has an interesting comment here. She says the pop market is picking back up. The soda market took over Whatnot for a while, but now I find myself watching more soda auctions, which is pretty interesting. I would say that I think both sides of the market are picking up. I've definitely seen a lot of people throw down big money for some very hard to find pops, or just pops like all the Spider-Verse pops. Like everybody wants the original line, the Into the Spider-Verse wave. Everybody wants those right now. So I've also seen a lot fewer soda auctions, at least on Whatnot. So it seems like fewer people are doing sodas. So that could be
a lot less like of the traditional like breaks you saw for a long time. Like I think like more so the way you're doing it, John, like, or you have a variety of different games and things like that.
Yeah, you got older stuff.
Or you got a mix of stuff. It's not just like the same thing you can buy at a store all the time.
Well, I would personally like hate, and this was like a pet peeve of mine. I would hate, and like for those of you guys who don't know, like we all do auctions on Whatnot, and we've been doing auctions on Whatnot for a long time. We truly appreciate anybody who comes over and buys something, because it directly supports our channels, and it allows us to do a lot of things. Like Joanna and I and Isabel, actually, we just traveled to Niagara Falls Comic-Con in Canada. Like we stayed in a hotel for 4 nights. It was amazing, and we could not have done that without you guys supporting the channel through our auctions, Patreon, watching our videos, and all the channel members and all that stuff. But the thing I hated was people would come over after we did a soda auction, or even during us doing a soda auction. They're like, and I won't buy cases of soda, that's not my jam, but people would always just come over and be like, hey, I want to do soda auctions, I just want to buy cases and do breaks. And it's kind of like that was like the flipping of sodas. Like people just thought they could buy a case for like 90, or I don't know if it was one of the lower end ones, maybe like $50-$60, and then just take it over to Whatnot, do a case break, and try to make like $20 to $25 on each soda, and like double your money or make money that way. And I just thought that was like super lazy. Like you put no thought into it. You just bought something. It's the same as like if you went to Walmart, you cleared the shelf, you went home, you post on Facebook, here's all the pops for $30. I just bought them for 15. Like no effort went into that, like no thought. It was just like anybody could do that. And that defeats the point in my mind of like actually trying to put in some work into your hustle. Like, so that's why, like, I think the three of us like try to come up with fun stuff. We try to come up with different ideas to make collecting fun, because that's what it's all about. Because I participated in a handful of case breaks, but for the most part, like case breaks are boring. Like,
I mean, great. I mean, I haven't been on that many auctions lately. I mean, Vince, I came on your auction the other night. Yeah, I came on your auction.
You got great deals.
I got great deals.
Yeah.
I strategically planned out what I wanted to go after, and I had a chance.
It's fun, right?
That's what I like. That's what I enjoy, and that's what I hope people enjoy sometimes coming on my auction. Is like that, those kind of things. It's like you walk away happy, even if you don't win the grand.
Jeff, the way that you do it and the way that I do it, basically what it is, it's winner's choice. You're picking 2 pops off the wall, and you have a chance at a $80, $90, $100 grail.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's really, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And Josh, I heard you say it. You wouldn't have a channel, I think is what you said, without selling. I'm 100% there with you.
I think
yeah,
what the channel would be.
Literally, I say it every week, and I'm being 100% honest, and I'm telling everybody right here, we structure basically the way that we sell this stuff. We are trying to get PPG back. There's weeks that some of the boxes go over what PPG value is, but I mean, with what we're swapping out, we're almost breaking even or coming out just a little bit ahead, and it's what we have to do to keep the channel going.
And we have to put work into doing it too.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. I wake up at 4:30 every Wednesday morning, Tuesday after the auction. Wednesday morning, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning to box everybody's stuff up because I hardly ever have time on Wednesday night. But it's a necessity, and I see that switches over. But it is that just like you said, I've bought some mystery boxes, but it's super calculated. If I can lose $10, $15, and I think it's part of the fun of collecting. You find
some fun.
You find new ways that you get excited to collect. And I think that it's what everybody's kind of doing now.
I love selling pops. I actually enjoy selling like in person when we sell stuff, because then I can have a big spread. It's hard to do that on a live.
Right.
And like, unless like John, you enjoy and I do a good job of entering almost everything in there. Like that's important to like be able to do.
Oh, I hate when I go into somebody's auction. Like, all right, so this is a public service announcement, because we get sent people's streams daily, like 3 to 4 times a day. People send us a direct link to their stream. Come support us. Come check us out. And I do. And I want to support other people in the community, because chances are they've supported us, or they've watched one of our videos, or dropped a comment, or bought something directly from us. So if I recognize the name, or even if I don't recognize the name, I go in there, and 9 out of 10 times I find something that pisses me off, and something basic. And when I talk about basic, I mean like one of the things you just said, Josh, when people don't take the time to individually input the stuff that they are selling, when they just put pop 1 through 100 or soda 1 through 100, like, and it's not winner's choice, like that drives me crazy. Like it's just like, if you're selling something specific, be specific about what you're selling. And then there's a whole other slew of things that annoy me, like if your audio is bad, or like if your camera is pointed out at like a movie that you're watching, and you're just like, oh,
you don't like that?
Like, oh my God. Yeah. There's so many streams I go in there, and people are doing other things. And it's like, are you selling something right now? Like, what is going on?
Well, I think, you have to keep it going too. Like, you can't just stop and like, I'm going to talk.
I think people have to
keep it moving. Like, people need to know what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. I think what happens sometimes is people miss the point, really. Whatnot, like if you're going to find a specific thing, I enjoy Whatnot, but I use it for the way that I sell on there. I use it for like a form of entertainment. I don't use it, and like if I want to try to get a good deal, like there are, like, John, I got a great deal. I honestly got, like, I showed a pop off. I think it was in today's video. Hopefully it was. Or I'm ruining it.
I haven't watched your video yet today.
Okay, I opened the pop that I bought from you. I got a good deal on it. I got it probably a better, and I would have bought it even. It was Catwoman.
Catwoman, yeah.
1966. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got it for below PPG. Sorry, I got a good deal on it.
Honestly, most of our stuff goes under PPG, and we're okay with that. Like,
and you know what I'm saying?
I want people, like, someone just said, I'm sorry to cut you off. Somebody just said they got us what do they call it? Space Cadet Chase for $15. Like, that's amazing.
Son of a gun. Where did you get that?
Like, that is exciting, right?
It is.
We all want to save money so we can buy more stuff, right? So it's like when somebody gets something for a good deal, like, That's awesome. Like, talk about it, because who's gonna brag about like, hey, I bought this for $200, unless you're kind of a jerk, which some people do. But like most people aren't gonna be like, I overpaid for this. Look how awesome I am. No, they're gonna be like, guys, you're never gonna believe it. I got the Foot Locker translucent Miles Morales for $70, or which is less than what it's going for, or whatever.
I mean,
But anyway,
yeah, I think that's the great thing. Like even last night, I planned on doing dollar start. I'm like, whatever these go for, they go for. We'll have some fun. I had
Get
good stuff
crazy.
in the mix, and
Get
I
crazy.
had people that did like $30 boxes, or $35 to get the double swap, or things like that. Like, and then I think one person got $10, got a deal on. Got a box for
Yeah.
$10. Like the minimum pop you could get is $15. They actually pulled a $35 Batman out of that box, so they could walk away happy. And you know what? Like at the end of the day, I don't mind that, because everything kind of evens out between people and everything else. Like, but also it's like that person will probably be back to my auction too.
Yeah, because they have fun
They
and
had a good experience and had fun. And that's why I hate seeing a lot of negative hate about whatnot. And it like on other places, like even in some chats and stuff, I'm like, it's the sellers. You're at your wrong sellers. Like look for the sellers. And I think we have a great community that knows they can come to us. And some of them, we are the only people they buy from. They don't go.
Yeah. Wayne just put that, and that's incredibly humbling that he only buys from PFO.
Thank you, Wayne.
They support us, but they also know, like, if
we're going to shoot them straight.
Screwed over by us,
right?
How bad we're going to look. Like we're not going to screw over a bunch of people to look, and we're going to look terrible. And then not just John looks terrible, but then Vince and I look terrible too, because John screwed everyone over. That kind of thing. Like, we're not going to do that, because we've been on the platform since the beginning. Really, all three of us have been from a very early start of that platform.
Yeah, one thing that okay, so here, since I'm the king of analogies tonight, I'm going to just be the king of analogies.
Let's go.
You could go get a sandwich at 15 different delis. If you get rotten cheese in like 11 of them, guess what, guys? Don't go back to those 11. Stick with the 4 that are selling you good cheese. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do. You trust the people and if you go into, and I'm not saying to not give somebody, John, I was
not prepared for that analogy. Whoa.
But I hit the nail on the head, because you know what? There's a lot of rotten cheese dealers on every platform. You're going to find them on eBay. You're going to find them on Mercari. You're going to even find them here on YouTube. There's people that, whatever. You know what I mean? We will try to always shoot people straight. I know that I always try. I'm never looking to take advantage. If somebody wants to pay an extra $10 for a box because they enjoy our content, God bless you. I appreciate you more than I could ever express to you guys. Because some people cannot commit to doing Patreon and do it every month. Some people can't do this. Some people can't do that. But you know what? If they can get a pop for $3 over what a PPG says it should go for, and they know that $3 is going to go towards a channel that they appreciate and watch every week, you know what? I think that it's in their right, and I've done the same thing. What bothers me, there are things that, listen, it's not all great. What bothers me the most when I go into somebody's stream and say, you guys better treat me right and these better sell for a certain amount, honestly, that turns me off more than anything.
Oh yeah, that's a big turn off for me. When somebody
all start
when somebody
every time when they auction them. Like,
when somebody puts something on the spinner and they go, this is a $120 pop, this should sell for that, and it's like, no, it shouldn't. Like, it's going to sell for what people want to pay at that time in the auction.
And if you feel that way, like I have pops that I feel like that. Like there's pops that I will not put up because I'm like, you know what? I need to get a certain amount for these because we're buying these boxes. Like, I'm not getting them for 50% PPG. I'm paying full PPG. I got to try to get full PPG back because that's like, I'm not the money has to make sense. We don't make anything on YouTube.
Zebra, can you tell us what it was?
We don't make anything. Like it's almost it's not even a swap for time because the amount of hours I put in, I probably make $6 an hour. I feel like that's probably not. I'm probably worth more than that.
No, you probably make less. You make like a waiter's pay, and you hope people tip you. Like, that's what,
Josh, I think you probably I think I make
I
$4.23 an
really
hour.
need to take advantage of the tipping more on Whatnot. I think. 'Cause
I think
think
somebody was very nice, and I can't even remember. Somebody
Oh,
tipped these.
who was that?
I
I remember.
Why can't I remember right now?
Some
Because I was,
people have been incredibly generous with the tips.
and we're giving that right back to
Yeah,
charity anyway.
I have been truly like humbled like by people going the extra mile. Some people also like gave us some extra cash for our Comic-Con trip, like for gas and food and stuff. And I mean, Joanna and I were just sitting there in shock. So thank you guys so much.
And listen, I'm a person that watches YouTube too, and there's people that I would, I genuinely enjoy their content. I don't mind giving back to people like that. So, I get, it still makes me feel weird inside when anybody supports us that way. But I mean, long story short, Whatnot, there's a ton of scammers, just like on eBay, just like on Mercari, just like on Facebook Marketplace. Guys, I seen stuff on Facebook Marketplace that would drive your whatever. It would drive you nuts looking at some of the stuff that gets tried to.
A lot of rotten cheese over there.
A lot of rotten cheese on Facebook as well. You
Actually,
just gotta,
more rotten cheese.
if you buy from people that you can trust and you enjoy, God, you won't get scammed anywhere. Just deal with the right people.
This really happened to me about a week and a half ago, and I think I saw him in here, Matt MV Buyer. I don't know if he's still here. I meant to say hi to him earlier, but we were neck deep in talking about something. But he jumped in here a little while ago. So he was one of the people that I chose for my last Mercari video to buy something for. It's a fun little video series that we do on our channel. Just another way we like to try to give back to people. We have fun and we go to Mercari. We try to find some deals on some stuff for people's collections, right? Well, real story, there was only one Secret Squirrel soda chase on Mercari. The only one. It was the only listing they had. I bought it. It was like $65, I think, for the common and the chase, which actually was a pretty good deal for a soda that you don't see too often. I think Secret Squirrel was like 8,000 pieces.
Chases,
yeah, I remember you were pulling those chases left and right, right? Anyway, the seller canceled the sale. So I have not been able to find a replacement Secret Squirrel format. So I messaged him. I told him what happened. I'm in the process of trying to replace the chase that I promised him for his collection. But it sucks because whatever platform you're on, if you see, number one, a good deal, or number two, you're like, hey, I want to support this seller. And in the instance of my Mercari videos, I've actually had people who ran those Mercari stores who reached out to me like months later after they realized that like I bought something from their store. They just didn't know it was me because I'm not buying it under Slapshot Pops. I'm buying it under John. And they realized it was me and they were so excited. And I've had that happen to me like 3 or 4 times now. And that's what I want to do. Like I want to support these smaller sellers. It just sucks on the app when the bad sellers kind of give the app, and same thing with Whatnot. Like the bad sellers are giving the app a bad image when it's not the fault of all the good people who are on the app.
John, I mean, honestly, let's be 100% transparent right now. On Instagram, YouTube, all of the social media, Whatnot gets an extra bad rap because it's clickable. Like if somebody just says Whatnot, like everybody's ears perk up because it's the new thing to bash. Like I think a lot of times
experience, no one's gonna like probably.
That's my point. Like why are you gonna put out a video or a piece of content that says, "Hey, eBay is horrible"? Everybody knows that it can be horrible. Everybody knows that because it's been around long enough, and everybody knows it can be horrible. Whatnot can be horrible. Mercari can be horrible. I've had great experiences on all of platforms. I've had negative experiences now on all of the platforms. I've not had 100% positive experiences on Whatnot. And I feel like, I should know better at times. And there's issues that can arise on any of the platforms. You just have to be like anything. If I get messed over by somebody, guess what I don't do? I don't buy from that.
Don't go back. It's really
I don't
simple.
go back. This
is
called a capitalist society. Buy from the people that you want to buy from. Nobody's making you buy from anybody. And nobody's telling you that if you sell on Whatnot, you're going to make $1 million tomorrow. You're going to have to fight. You're going to have to prove that you're a trustworthy person. You're going to have to talk eloquently like I do on every one of my auctions. And, you know, that's just what's going to have to happen.
Throw in a nice analogy every now and then.
Throw in analogies as much as possible.
Yeah.
There's plenty of auctions that I have 20 to 30 people on. I have, a good number of followers on there for whatnot and stuff like that. But it's all the hit of the day or whatever picks up, and there's people on there. They're all different things. It's a different market for everyone. But you know what? Any day, give me 20, 30 people that want to buy something and hang out with me for 2 hours, that want to just have a good time and buy something. Give me those people any day to 500 people that are just in there for giveaways and spam in the chat with weird questions.
Yeah.
Do you have this anime? I'm doing mystery boxes.
I wish somebody would ask me that
anything
question.
we're doing or listen to. Do you have this pop? I'm like, not tonight, man. Like this is what you see. This is what you're getting tonight.
So Linda said she unfortunately had a very bad experience on Macari. You really have to read the reviews. I should have. And yes, there are a lot of red flags on Macari, and I'll have to do a better job of like maybe pointing out some of the red flags in my next video, because I've had a lot of people message me.
The only thing I like about Macari though, the seller doesn't get paid until the transaction's completed anyway. So I mean, really, it is I do like that. I feel safer with Macari than I do with eBay. I feel like I have more of a recourse and more of a direct connection to the customer. I actually, Macari is my preferred choice after Whatnot. If I list stuff on, because we used to sell a ton on Macari because we had to move stuff out. But there are things that I do put on Macari still for that reason. And we treat Macari the exact same as Whatnot. We throw a sticker in there, we throw a business card. We appreciate everybody. So you got to treat people and just be professional. And we try to do that across the board.
So I have an interesting Macari story. So we will remember a company called Nerdy Steeds.
Oh,
that's a professional company.
They still exist on Macari under a different name. So
that's smart about it for them.
They were selling stuff, and I wanted to try to order something from them to see what happened. I never got my stuff, of course.
Shocker.
Yeah. Maybe they just never closed their page.
They might not have actually ever filled out the thing, but I think it was interesting. I was like, let me see. I want to see if this is really that person, to see what they send, in the mail and what I get and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, those kind of people are out there too. Like, you think they're a good company or something like that, and then later on they're trying to sell on there under a different name, and that's something you have to watch out for too, because you never know who's out there. But I've had a lot of people that sell from like smaller comic book shops on there. I've gotten some great stuff from, and they pack well, they do well. I think for the most part, Macari, when they have multiple Funko things for sale, they pack well. I think if they have a random like 2 Funko and like the rest are like some electronics or something random, like don't expect great packing.
You want to hear my secret tip for Macari or
I want to hear it.
eBay? Here's my secret tip. If somebody takes the time if there's like a little small crease on something and they take the time to put an extra picture in there, buy from that person. That's a collector that understands what they're selling. People that put it in a protector, just slap it out there, the lighting's not good. A lot of times I'll go past that. But if somebody takes the time to take a picture of one little minor thing or something that's maybe not even minor, it's just, the corner of a box that they think might be frayed, I feel like that's a person that you want to buy from. They're not going to ship it in a bubble envelope, which had happened to me before on Macari. So
Wayne says, watching John buy a Macari makes me want to take better pictures and present my pops better, makes me up my presentation, and I see better what buyers look for. So thank you. I never even thought of this as like something people would take from the videos. So thank you for that, Wayne. I truly appreciate that. And you just heard some of Vince's tips as well. So
yeah, and don't pack pops in a Pepsi box.
They
don't ship well. And not in a diaper box either. I don't feel like you should get pops in a diaper box.
I mean, they ship well in a diaper box, but it's just kind of weird.
Better than
And,
a bag, but not much.
Steven, I would be so grateful if I could buy your secret squirrel to give to MV Buyer. That would be amazing. So if you can, if you want to message me, or hopefully I'll remember to message you later. If we can make that happen, that would be amazing. So thank you. So Kelsey says, sort of off topic, but it frustrates me that searches are messy on Macari. It's all mixed up. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I save a couple key searches that I just kind of look for, like
I do too. I think sometimes
Space Funko Soda and like Freddy Funko. Like I just can't go back to those. I don't always go in there for everything. I just like have my key ones that I'll look at. But really, I haven't been on there that much lately. Like I don't think I've bought anything in probably 3 or 4 months from a card.
I've done a lot of trades the last couple of weeks.
Yeah,
I
I'd rather do a trade with someone that
I don't know how I work it out either, John.
I don't know how you do it, Vince. I would love to trade as much as you do. I don't know how you do it.
My kind of rule for trading, especially if it's someone that I personally have not worked with a lot and don't know, is they ship it to me and I'll ship it.
Most people have done that with me, and they know they listen.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not ripping anybody off because I wouldn't have a YouTube channel for very long if I was ripping anybody off. And I think most people say that straight out to me. They're like, "Listen, I'm going to send you my stuff first, so you know I'm not like a flake." Just the other day, somebody had said that as well, and I mean, you're pretty safe with me. I haven't ripped anybody off.
And I'm always happy, like if it's something that I'm gonna try to sell anyways, but I don't do like trade downs. Like you can't trade me 4 pops for 1 big grail. Like I do trade even, like right around the same cost. Like,
I don't mind a difference in trading, like with that. Like if somebody wants to trade me multiple pops for 1 item, or if I've traded multiple pops for 1 grail, like I don't mind it. At the end of the day, I think it depends on what the trade is. It depends.
Yeah,
on how much
I mean, if it's
Totally.
like 4 sodas that you can use, like 4 chase sodas, that you could maybe use for your games or something like that, I could see that. But like it's hard because we also know like just from buying mystery boxes and that we kind of know like the overvalue of pops. We know what they actually will sell for too.
I have a funny story really quick, and it actually happened over the weekend. So we were hanging out. I know everybody was asking us, did we see Top Pops at Niagara Falls Comic-Con? Yes, we saw Tristan.
I saw a picture of you.
Yeah, we saw Tristan. His family is amazing. We took a picture. Pixar didn't happen, right?
He's like 4 foot tall.
I think for our Saturday video, he'll be in it for like half a second. He gave us a little wave, which was very nice of him to do that. He's a very busy man, a lot of stuff going on at his booth. The first day we were there, we just kind of walked by, just said hello. There was a lot of people around. The second day, we did actually hang out for a couple minutes. And while we were hanging out at his booth, there was a guy who came right up to him, and they were actually taking trades at the booth, which I thought was like very interesting. Like not many booths, I think, were doing that. Anyway, this guy walks up. He's like all fumbling all over himself. He's got 4 pops, and like he was acting like he was carrying 22 pops, but he had 4 pops, and they just kind of like spilled out onto the table. And he's like, "Can I trade these 4 pops for?" Tristan had a special edition General Grievous, the original General Grievous, behind the table there, and immediately Tristan just goes, "Yes, of course, absolutely, let's do the trade." And
They're
typical
Canadians. I love Canadian people.
typical,
I'm telling you,
Canadians are the best, man.
They honest to God, I love it. We've gone to Toronto many a times. I love going there. It's one of my favorite cities to visit.
But I'm sitting there, and like I love Tristan, but I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at the 4 pops this guy's wanting to trade, and here clearly they were brand new pops. Like 3 out of 4 of them were very, very new pops, and one of them had a huge like dent in the back. Like this thing was crushed, and he just immediately accepted the trade, and I was like, "Oh man, good on him." But the funny part was immediately, as soon as she turned her head, Mrs. Top Pops, she saw the whole thing unfold, and she was like, "No, we need to check PPG, we need to square up and everything." And Joanna and I were just laughing because like they still went through with the trade and everything, but like we were like, "All right, we know who's running the show here, like who's keeping track of the money."
Oh yeah, he's like, whatever, I'll do it. I'll have fun. I think when I do shows too, people come and ask for trades. Like if we'll do trade like stuff or buy, or like they're trying to trade for stuff at our booth. I'm like, I'm really trying to sell this. Like the only time I will trade if it's personally something I want.
Thanks, Ryan.
I'm not going to trade for something else I'm going to sell anyways, unless it's like some ridiculously great trade. Like if it's personally something I want, then at my booth I'll do a trade. Or also if it's someone that is very supportive in the community and I know very well and
Yeah,
at lots of shows and are great, I'll do stuff with them too. It's like, okay, I can sell this, I can make something. What are you looking for at our booth? I've done that with a couple of people that had like some autographs. They didn't like the autographs. They're like, what can we do? I said, okay, well, you can do this much value. Like I can give you this much value and grab what you want. Let me know what you want at the booth, kind of thing.
So Vinny's got a great question here. He says, "Hi, John. I've started getting into autograph pops lately. Do you have any tips on buying those on the secondary market?" Vinny, I think I'm going to redirect your question to Josh because he is way more of an expert when it comes to autograph pops. So what do you think, Josh?
Well, number one, always COA.
COA.
No, JSA or PSA preferably. There are a couple smaller companies that do stuff. Like we have one locally, like level 10, that I've gotten on pops when I go to our local stuff. I will say some of the best things is actually like pay attention to Zobi's eBay auctions. Pay attention to mystery or $7 a pop signature series. Pay attention to Zobi's site and maybe get their membership if you want to save more. Pay attention to like a couple of these other, like some of these smaller, especially if you're an anime person, some of the stuff like I think Toy Temple and Toy Tokyo and some Plastic Empire and things like that. Also Undiscovered Realm. Like there's lots of sites that have people come in and do signings, like stores, and those are the ones to check out as well.
Yeah, and you always got to check the sold listings on eBay and Mercari to get your own PP. Don't go by because sometimes they'll just use the $7 a pop, for the PPG on a autograph pop, and it's not accurate. You really need to see what things have sold for. That's what I would always do that with autograph pops because there's too much variance when it comes to that.
I will say, and if you are willing to stand in line for some of these signature things, be ready to stand in line at some of these cons lately. Like I think a friend got like a Daredevil Charlie Cox. It's like 3 hours in line.
That's
and
insane.
she had a pre-bought ticket to get it signed as well too. Those kind of things.
Really...
luckily, like things like I've done some of the ones for our local cons. I've waited 20 minutes. I actually waited last time longer after I got the signature to wait for the authentication people.
I believe
to get them authenticated because there was only one person at their booth doing authentications. So I had to wait for the authentication person. It took longer for that than the actual person signing stuff. But yeah, I would say check out all those kind of sites. There are also like Dark Parlor does a bunch. Some you have to send out to, some you get in. But shop around, have some fun, and some are going to be really hard. And if you're going after some of the Marvel people and things like that, they're going to be really they don't do as many signings too. So
Cave has another great question. Is $7 a pop a good place to sell Funko Pops? Thinking about purging a little over half my collection worth about $4K. I've never heard anything bad about $7.
No, I don't know what they offer compared to everybody. It's just what they offer.
I guarantee you that if you do sell your collection to them, I'm sure some of your pops will end up in some mystery grail boxes that we open up.
That's for sure.
They must still have to buy a ton of collections.
Like now they're doing Whatnot too, and doing 2.
Yeah, I think their first Whatnot auction was tonight. So
I watched it for a little bit. I didn't recognize the person doing it.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Jason popped in for a little bit when I was on it, but there was another person, Katie, I think her name was, or something like that, doing it.
Yeah,
but they had some like buy it now stuff. I didn't see a ton like auctioned off, but I saw the buy now stuff. They had some of their signature series that might be damaged or stuff like that too on there. So, who knows? But they plan on doing it 4 or 5 nights a week.
A lot more than I thought they were just going to go like one night a week. But
no, I think they're going to so that must mean they're buying a lot now. I don't know what they pay. Like
They might be a little late to the party. I don't know. Let's see how it goes.
I think they honestly didn't need Whatnot. I think they have a perfect business model. Like I think Whatnot, Macari, eBay, like all these other avenues are opportunities for people who don't have like a big website or a big email distribution group, or like it provides opportunities like for like the little guys, to make money. So like
they're a very well-known name too. It's
yeah,
not
they
like
have
little...
widespread name recognition throughout the entire collectible community for many different things, like not just pops. They do all Funko products, so I personally don't see the need for them to do it. And I think it's kind of disappointing, to be honest, because obviously, like if you see all these auctions and you don't recognize any of these names, but you see $7 a pop, you're probably going to go into the $7 a pop.
Well, they also have a huge, already a huge, email list following. Like everyone that's bought a Pop Shield Pop Protector or bought a Mr. Grail box.
Yeah.
They're on their email list probably.
So, yeah. You know what though, guys? I don't know. I feel like Whatnot's changed a lot. Like, think about this. Smile World used to be on all the time on Whatnot. Spastic Ralphie's used to be on all the time on Whatnot. I think they got away from it because they realized, I don't know. It's not easy, even with the name recognition. I know what you're saying, John. Like, you've got a couple people that can make some money, and I'm not saying $7 a pop won't. They're smarter than me. Obviously, they know what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. In the pop community, I feel like everybody knows $7 a pop. I don't think that they needed to do that for name recognition. I don't see it being a huge moneymaker for the amount of time they got to put in. They got to move pops. You know what I mean? They got to.
I don't understand how it could expand their company and their reach.
To me, as a buyer, though, if they did Mr. Grail boxes on Whatnot, I would be happier because I'd save $8 in shipping every week. I'm buying.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, there's a valid point.
So that would be a better thing, and also they can't limit how many you buy, so you could buy 12 of them if you wanted to.
I love when they did the Star Wars ones on eBay. We opened some of those on our
free shipping too.
Video
Saturday video you doing?
Yeah. It's either Saturday or next week. I can't remember what Saturday is Saturday, but
I have 14 of those to still open. So
yeah,
something. I don't know.
We opened 8, I believe.
So Mark also has a great question. He says, "Is it just me, or have some older pop grails such as the 1,000 piece NYCC Barbosa and a few others gone up a lot in the past year or so?" No, I don't think it's you. There's been a lot of those. Pretty limited. I mean,
harder to find.
Yeah, it goes back to supply and demand. When there's not a lot of supply on the market and there's still a high demand for Barbosa, who's a recognizable name from a big franchise like Pirates of the Caribbean, people are going to shell out a lot of money.
If you kind of think about it, like so we're starting to hit that secondary cycle, like at the start of the pandemic when it flooded with those Funko collectors, okay? Because really, technically, I was probably one of those as well. Like now I'm on that side of I'm still trying to get stuff that we never got, older stuff, that kind of thing. But my new stuff has gone down dramatically. Now, if you're a new collector getting in, you're not starting, I mean, unless you're financially able to, you're not starting with your $100 grails, $500 grails. You're starting your collection off with a round of Spider-Man pops that came out. And, you're buying that new stuff. I mean, that's what the circle of life is, guys. This is how the collecting goes. You're going to go through that progression as you go along. So I think there's more people now. I think what it is there's more experienced collectors, more people that have been in the game for longer. So that older stuff, the demand for that older stuff has gone up dramatically, and the supply is where it's at. You can't get it anymore. So I think that's why some of that older stuff is starting to increase so much. And the newer stuff is maybe not picking up as fast as it used to.
So I just thought of something too. I wonder if $7 a pop being on Whatnot will also help them sell protectors, like armor and stuff.
Guys, how many times have you gone into an auction and somebody say, "Is that in an armor?" Like a $12 pop. Is that coming in an armor?
It's funny, like at a show last week, someone was over and they're like, "Oh, that's a nice protector. Where'd you get it?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's a pop armor." Like,
you guys?
And they were like a regular pop, like a pretty experienced pop collector, but they had no idea like the pop armor. Oh, those are nice. Like, where'd you get those? And I had one of a couple of the grails in them, and I'm like, yeah, pop armor. Like, you haven't heard of them before? Like, they're
have you guys seen people upcharge though for armors at these shows and cons?
Yeah.
That also drives me nuts. Like I kind of hate those people. So I my apologies to anybody in the chat.
And
like,
we're finding all the things that's good though. I mean, we're allowed to have pet peeves.
I just get frustrated
Everything's
because
not great.
Anybody can go to $7 a pop site and buy a 2-pack of those armors for what are they, 29?
I only get mine for free. I only with the mystery grail ticket. I'm looking at 50 of them that I got to scratch off over here.
Right, exactly. So I just get frustrated. Like I saw people at this one toy show, which I will not name, and I strategically cut it out of my video of one of my toy hunts because I filmed the booth and then I got to the armor section and I audibly gasped at the price. They were charging $50 for a 2-pack, and I was just like,
and they can get them like if you buy them in bulk, you can get them for almost like $10.
It's like $9 and change. Yeah, it's insane. I guess I am in a little bit of a ranting mood. Anyway, but there's just some pet peeves where it's like when you become like a experienced collector, like you just said, Vince, you start to notice the little things and you're like, that person's being greedy. Like it's not business, it's being greedy. Now, if you're at a toy show or a small con where you can get away with that and people are paying those prices for that item that you have and it's working, all power to you. Go for it.
Yeah.
So, but I hope people are aware, like, even though there's people, I guess, that are technically like armor or like a protector or $7 a pop shield affiliates or something, like anybody can go on there and buy the protector.
Big case of them.
You could buy a case of them.
It's free ship. I mean, I don't know how much they have to pay to ship that thing, but free shipping.
It is pretty crazy.
It's probably worth it.
I don't know how they do it either. Also, when we were doing our Star Wars auction, we ran through. I mean, it was the only night in the last year, probably since the previous Star Wars auction we did on May the 4th, where we blew through an entire case of armors. And some people messaged us afterwards and they were blown away that we didn't upcharge them for the armor. And I was like, no, if you pay, if you win a grail or a high valued item, like I want you to get like the armor is part of that.
That's what, like, I'm buying now. I might put a pop that's say $200 for $205. It has the armor on it. Really, you're gonna complain like $205, like $5 more. It's included in the armor instead of like a pop stack.
Pay $5 more.
Yeah, like it's like I always try to put it like what it's included in. Like it's included in armor, it's included in the stack, that kind of thing. Everything's included pretty much in a protector, unless it's like a $5 pop maybe. But pretty much those even mostly go.
We throw everything.
Everything. So.
And Evelyn, have a fantastic evening. Thank you so much for coming on out. I think we're going to be wrapping it up in a few minutes here ourselves. We definitely had a lot of topics tonight, which was pretty awesome.
We didn't even touch on all the releases from this week.
No,
like so many anime releases. I know we're not big anime. Like I probably have the biggest anime collection of all of us. But
no, I know you guys talked about some of the new sodas from last week. I'm very excited for those.
Let's get some leaks. Hopefully we get some leaks next week.
Yeah, hopefully we have some.
I want a picture leak, not these like.
I need some pictures. I need to see some stuff.
I need something from the factory that's blurry and like kind of shot with
on fluffy shelf.
Flip phone from the 90s.
I'm excited. I think that I think SDCC is going to be a good lineup. I think we're going to have a really good catalog. I think there's going to be some cool stuff. So I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it.
And then we got the Freddy's to look forward to. So
yep.
Riley said he bought an OG Amazing Spider-Man 2 pop the other night on Whatnot. The dude said hard stacks were an additional $8. I eventually negotiated him down, but felt kind of stiff-armed into it. Yeah, that's a little rude. Like $8 for an additional hard stack. Like I'm guessing that Amazing Spider-Man 2 pop, even if it was the common version of Andrew Garfield's pop, is what, like $150 last time I checked. I mean, that's a pretty valuable pop still. So
again, I think it's about doing business the right way. I think
I always thought it was weird when I went to shops, they didn't have pops even in protectors like that were like $80 pops.
Thanks, Tammy.
$100 pops. They weren't even like soft protectors at all. Like, what are you guys doing, man? Put something in there.
I think if you do business the right way and you want people to come back, you'll take care of them. And a very small thing that you can do by that is including a protector or hard stack when appropriate. Like, that's just basic common sense. But hey, some people are not in it for the long haul, like the three of us are, and that's why we work so hard on our videos, on our channel, on our Patreon programs, on our channel membership programs, on our auctions, on everything we do, our giveaways. Packaging and shipping out all the giveaways takes time and work as well. So, that's why we work as hard as we do. And I saw there was a lot of people, the chat was flying a little bit at one point. There was a lot of people who said some really nice things about all three of our channels and our auction streams. And we truly appreciate that. So, yeah, we got Father's Day this weekend. Parrot Pops, thank you so much for dropping a comment. Can I just drop one more ounce of a mini rant? Vince, I was so excited for you when I saw that we are now partners in crime with the
You see how sentimental I got when I opened it?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was like, I don't get to be the only one. It's not a one of one. It's now a one of two. Like,
hey, but you're sharing it with me.
Yes.
Doesn't it make it almost better?
Yeah, it is. It is very cool. It is very cool. We'll have to bring them to a con one day or something.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
And join them. We'll take a picture or something. But that was very nice of Parrot Pops to do that for you as well. Oh, look at that, Vinny! Oh my gosh, thank you so much. We got a brand new.
Welcome to the team.
Welcome, thank you, Vinny. Yes,
we'll see you in the red and yellow chat.
Vinny, if you want to shoot us a message on Instagram, if you have Instagram, so we can get you into one of our group chats. And if you come to our live stream tomorrow night, we'll get your name up on the Hall of Fame over here on our studio wall. But I think with that being said, Vince, let's go around the room. What you got?
One more thing.
One more thing. Go for it.
Freddy, John, you forgot a Freddy was released.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. We got to talk about
you
that.
Can't forget about a Freddy.
That's true. Yeah. No, we cannot forget about
Which
that.
Freddy? How did I forget about it?
It's a Philippines release, Freddy.
Oh yes, I saw that. Champ. Right.
3,000 piece.
3,000 piece. I have it up if you want to bring it up.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much for bringing that to my attention.
I just
ad icon, correct?
3,000.
Yeah, technically an ad icon.
Yeah.
I would love to add this one.
I would like to have this one too, but I'm just very concerned that there's going to be a heavy cost.
Oh yes.
For this one, just because it's releasing overseas, it's very limited.
Jollibee soda kind of situation.
Yeah, the Jollibee soda really never showed up here in the States in mass quantities. So
I
yeah, I would love to have this. I foresee this, and Vince and Josh, you guys can back me up on this. I foresee this being in the top hit in a lot of mystery boxes in the next few months.
I foresee you are correct.
At least if I hit it, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I'd be super thrilled.
That Peter Pan Freddy is also a top hit in many of mystery boxes. And
yes. Yeah, I am not a father per se. I know it's Father's Day this weekend, but I do have several little Freddies behind me. I guess I'm the father of. Oh, thank you, Susan. Appreciate it.
You got Alex.
We do have Alex. Unfortunately, we still don't have Alex with us, which is super sad because he's staying at our family's house because we went to the con, and we're not going down to New Jersey until next weekend. So it ended up being like 3.5 weeks, almost a month without him, and it's so weird. Like I don't know what to do.
Around your feet or anything.
Yeah, there's nothing at my feet. I haven't had to feed anybody. Like
when we send our kids off of to like camp or to like grandma's house.
Yeah, but that's like a day. 3 weeks.
3 weeks, man.
I've been so sad. It's so weird. We can leave the front door open. We can leave the garage open and not have to worry about him running away. But at the same time, it's sad. Like
kids, like same thing.
Yeah. More Freddies to adopt. I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm super scared that they are going to come out with some really fire Freddies this year, and I don't have a shelf. I'm like out of space, but we're going to make it happen. I still have a bunch of Freddies from last year I still need to pick up, so I don't know how I'm going to do that either because some of them are starting to increase in price, which I'm really nervous about. Like I saw the metallic Carnage Freddy go for $580 the other night. And I was like, no.
I'm hoping like all the new Freddies from Fun Days will make all the old Freddies like start dropping.
I always hope that.
Forget about it.
But sometimes that doesn't happen.
Sometimes it doesn't.
that's not
Certain
the
ones
case.
that it does not work that way.
Sometimes it makes them go up even more.
Yes, it does.
Sheila pulled a Peter Pan Freddy in a mystery box. Amazing.
Congrats.
Congratulations, Sheila.
Love
One
that.
thing I can say though is with the new Freddies, when they come out, I'm actually hoping I get some that I don't want, because then I can sell them and then use that money to buy some older stuff. And that's typically what I've done throughout the years to get
just
some
did
of
that with
pieces.
a couple of my Freddies.
Yeah. Yeah. Thana, we're doing great. We are unfortunately wrapping up in the next few minutes, but
hey, you can go watch this whole thing. There was a lot of analogies tonight, and I think they were good ones.
There was a lot
everybody can learn by.
Good stuff. And Kelsey just became a channel member.
Welcome, Kelsey.
God. Thank you, Kelsey. You know, so we are actually nearing, and we're so grateful for this. We're actually nearing 250 patron members and channel members, and I do want to do something special for when we hit that milestone. I think
we're nearing 50. That's good, John. That's awesome.
I wasn't saying that to
you deserve it. I don't even care. I'm telling all these people that
50
too.
No, 50 is amazing too. And
thanks, John.
It is. No, it is. But I was just saying that
9,000 subscribers also awesome.
9,000 is awesome, and I didn't get to properly congratulate you live. I did congratulate you virtually, but I didn't get to congratulate you live. Everybody in the chat, Vince recently hit 9,000 subscribers over on the Pop and Duo, and guys, the next one is huge. The next one's 10K, so that's awesome.
Yeah,
and we're super excited for you. I can't wait.
Make sure you're joining us for January when we may get there. We'll see.
No, it's gonna happen. No, it's gonna happen this year, 2023, 10K, the Pop and Duo. It's happening.
Yeah, right.
You guys can do it. You guys can do it.
Yeah,
I think
we could.
9K is awesome.
Yeah.
And Aussie Pop and Paul, I'll tell you one thing. You will get 1K overnight if you film your entire San Diego Comic-Con trip, the con, the Fig Pin event that you're going to, and fun days. I will be all over that content. So
agreed.
Do it. But anyway, Vince, you have the floor. What do you got coming up for everyone?
Okay, so guys, I think we learned a lot tonight. If you're a zebra, drink and get out of there. Okay, drink and get out. And if you go to the deli, good cheese only is where you should be purchasing. They sell you bad cheese. Move along. Don't go back there. But other than that, we have a slew of fun videos next week. We are actually, I'm going to say this real quick.
Go for it.
Next Saturday, we are actually going to the Ronald McDonald House. We're going to be making the donation. We're going to get to have a tour of the facility as well. We got pops that we're going to be bringing with us for over there. I don't know if we're going to shoot any video. I might take a picture or something like that. Does anybody know where to get like a big check? I kind of wanted to like go there with a big check. I feel like that.
Go to maybe.
I always wanted to do that, you know,
Staples or something.
It'd be pretty ridiculous. I don't know if I'd actually do that, but it seems like that would be fun. And in my humor, I'd probably enjoy it. But realistically, I'll probably be shedding tears most likely because I'm just a sentimental person. But honestly, thanks everybody for wishing me an early happy birthday. I really appreciate that. Next week, we got videos. I don't remember exactly which order, but we did do a 20-box Mystery Grail unboxing, and we hit 2 grails. So make sure you tune into that one. That was a fun one and disappointing, all in the same video. It was pretty awesome. And then we have our auction on Tuesday. We got a short, low-risk mystery box once again on Tuesday. And I believe our Family Live might – I wish Bray was on here right now. Our Family Live might be on Wednesday as well. I'll confirm that this week. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. Our Family Live might be on Wednesday, and we might be doing a bigger auction on Saturday. Wow, I'm really wasn't prepared for any of this. Just follow us everywhere because we got stuff coming up this week, I'm pretty sure. What can I say?
Are you doing a Saturday auction this Saturday?
It's not this Saturday.
Or the following Saturday?
I'm pretty sure it's next Saturday. Not this Saturday. So I'll remind you guys next Saturday. Or next Thursday. Good night, everyone. I think I should stop talking at this point. My brain cells are obviously fried.
You've had a long day.
I've had a long week.
I think you wake up earlier than all of us. So
long week.
Josh, what you got?
All right. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, we finally hit a top hit for Ralphie's Funhouse. And I think
that was pretty amazing.
Ever hitting a top hit. And when I messaged Curtis, like we hit it. Like I shared, I was like, I think this is the first time. He's like, really? Like I'm surprised. Yeah, we buy a lot.
I'm gonna
of
send
from
Curtis
you.
a message
Yeah.
too. Then.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. No, I just I was told him he needs to put something on it to share, like a Mystery Grail does, like Challenge does, and stuff. Like you need to think of something to share it. So, just because we all want to see like what people hit in that, we always like to see that. It's fun too. And then today I put out an NFT video. If you haven't seen that, some of the redeemables that came in, some boxes that weren't in the best condition. So see if they survived. And then on Saturday, we got Soda Saturday coming up. It's going to be a mix of Soda Saturday and some itty bitties Star Wars.
Oh, nice.
So Soda Saturday, Star Wars Soda Saturday, but some biddies too. And then next week, of course, we're back with some more mystery boxes. We've got some Mystery Grail and some other fun stuff going on. And next week's auction is just going to be kind of a fun auction. I think I still have some Soda mystery boxes. So if you want the Witch Doctor still in there, you now have a 1 in 13 chance at the Witch Doctor. So the Witch Doctor is still in there because we opened up 7 of them last night and no one hit the Witch Doctor yet. So if you're looking for that one, a good way to get that and have some fun and still have some chances for some chases. And then we'll just have some fun with that. And then on the 25th, if you're in Orlando, we're going to be selling live at the VFW on Goldenrod for the Funko Pop Orlando event. So all Funko, smaller show, pretty nice show. I think we always had a good time at this one.
Nice.
So if you're in Orlando, come on out and check us out and say hi.
Very nice. And Rob, thank you for that. A lot of people dropped some nice comments about the stream tonight. So that means a lot, guys. I'm so happy that you're enjoying PFO. I look forward to it every single week, and I love hanging out with these other guys. And we're so happy that you guys enjoy the stream as well. So for us, we'll actually be live again tomorrow night. Every 2 weeks, we're doing our Friday night live. We're trying to do it as close to every 2-3 weeks as possible. So we'll be live tomorrow night. We'll have our dual video dropping on Saturday. I am going to try to get our last big Niagara Falls Comic-Con video edited possibly for Sunday, if not maybe Monday or Wednesday. But I am going to try to get that out because I know we have a lot of other stuff that we have in the queue for content. So be on the lookout for that. Saturday night, we will be doing another soda auction, and we're going to be doing a lot of big giveaways. We are going to be giving away a Juggernaut 3-liter chase. We're also going to be giving away a Blacklight, I believe it's Blacklight Raphael turtle soda chase as well. So those two are just going to be straight up giveaways, as well as we usually give away a lot of other stuff. So if you guys aren't doing anything Saturday night, come on out. We just got in 3 massive soda collections. A lot of big chases are going to be up for grabs. A lot of cool commons. We're going to be running some original 2020 commons like Count Chocula, Batman, Wonder Woman, Robin, Superman, like all those stuff. So if you need any of those from 2020 or 2021 that you don't have for your collection yet, definitely a good time to come out for that. So I think that's all we have. We're still winding down after coming back from the con. Still going through all the boxes that got delivered. I got a ton of mystery boxes that came in, a lot of Ralphie's, bunch of Smile World and Boom Loot that we're going to be opening up soon on the channel. So lots to look forward to from all 3 of us. So thank you guys so much for the support. I think that's all we got tonight, guys. So make sure to smash that like button on your way out. Go check out Vince's video from today. Go check out Josh's video. And as always, don't stop shooting until you score.
Night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Life is